Okay, in the last class we are discussing this problem. A 220 volts. What is this 220 volt? Line voltage or phase voltage?
Line.
Line voltage. Always in the problem they will give line voltage only. And this is a delta three-phase load of delta connected three-phase load. So delta connection. In delta connection, VL is equal to
V5.
V
Phase.
phase. VL is equal to V phase. That is equal to 220 volts. Is this the phase impedance or line impedance?
Phase.
Phase. Z phase. They are giving Z phase is equal to 15 plus J20. Okay, I will draw it on the board. Unit 3. Your unit 3 is transformers. So we have completed first unit is DC networks. Second unit is AC networks. DC and AC is completed. Next third unit is transformer. Transformer. What do you mean by transformer? Anybody is having idea what is transformer? Near your house you have seen the transformers. See, this is the symbol of the transformer. This is the symbol of the transformer. Here input is AC. Input is AC voltage. Here we are having load. Across the load we will take the output voltage. Output voltage is taken across the load. What do you mean by load? In your house, what is the load?
Bulbs. Refrigerator. TV.
Lights, fans, TV, refrigerator, whatever the power is consumed. Your bulb is consuming the power, TV is consuming the power, fridge is consuming, all these equipments are the loads. Okay. Now here, suppose input is 20 volts AC. Input is 20 volts AC. Here I am having two turns, 1, 2, 2 turns are there. I am having 2 turns are there. Here I am having 3 turns. 2 turns. TURNS. This is the winding. This is also a winding. This is the winding. This is also a winding. Okay. Here 1, 2 turns are there. Here 3 turns are there. Let us take 1 turn is equal to 1 volt. 2 turns is equal to 2 volts. Here 1 turn is equal to 1 turn. 3 turns means 3 volts. Now tell me, this is the primary winding. This is the secondary winding. Take this one as the primary winding on primary side. This is the secondary side. This is the secondary winding. Now primary winding is greater or secondary winding is greater?
Secondary.
Secondary voltage is greater. 3 volts is greater than 2 volts. That means we are stepping up the voltage or stepping down the voltage?
Stepping up.
Stepping up the voltage. That means this is the step of transformer. This is the, here let us take N1 is the number of turns in the primary winding. N2 is the number of turns in the primary winding, secondary winding. N1 is the number of windings in the primary winding. N2 is the number of windings in the secondary winding. Now here N2 is greater than N1. 3 is greater than, N2 is greater than N1. Then it is called step-up transformer. If number of turns in the secondary winding is greater than the primary winding, it is called step-up transformer. If N2 is less than N1, it is called step-down transformer. because we are stepping down the voltage. If you step down the voltage, that is called step down transformer. So transformers are of two types. One is step up transformer, and the one is the step down transformer. Right on? Transformers are of two types. Step up and step down transformer. Step up and step down transformer. If N2 is greater than N1, if N2 is greater than N1, it is called step up transformer. If N2 is greater than N1, it is step up transformer. If N2 is less than N1, it is step down transformer. If N2 is greater than N1, it is step up transformer. If N2 is less than N1, it is step down transformer. Okay. Now I will where N1 and N2 are turns in the windings. Right on. N1 is equal to number of turns in primary winding. Where N1 is equal to number of turns in primary winding. Where N1 is equal to number of turns in primary winding. Next line. N2 is equal to number of turns in the secondary winding. N2 is equal to number of turns in the secondary winding. Number of turns in the secondary winding. Now I will define the principle in transformer. Okay, see here. Draw this diagram. Have you drawn?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When you apply the supply voltage, V1 is the supply voltage. Right on? V1 is equal to supply voltage. V1 is equal to supply voltage. When you apply the supply voltage, current is passing through this coil. When you apply supply voltage, current is passing through this coil. This is the direction of the current. Okay. Here closed path is there. I1 is the current flowing in the closed path. Let us take this is N1. This will be N2. Now current I1 is flowing in the winding. Write on one note point. Note. Around the current carrying conductor. Around the current carrying conductor. Around the current carrying conductor. Magnetic flux is developed. Magnetic flux is developed. Around the current carrying conductor, magnetic flux is developed. See here, what is that node point means? Suppose this is the conductor. Let us assume this is the conductor. Now current is flowing through this conductor. Now current I is flowing through this conductor. Around the current carrying conductor, magnetic flux will be developed. Phi is called magnetic flux. That is the meaning. Under that note point, you note down this. Around the current carrying conductor, magnetic flux phi is developed. Okay, magnetic flux phi is developed. This is very, very important point. I can observe one point here. I is the electric quantity. Phi is the electric or magnetic?
Magnetic.
Magnetic.
From electric quantity, we'll get magnetic quantity. Similarly, from the magnetic quantity, we'll get electric quantity. Vice versa. How I can define this second point? This from the electrical quantity, you are getting magnetic flux. Now see here, let us take two magnets, North Pole and South Pole. Two magnets are there. So how flux will pass from South Pole to North Pole or North Pole to South Pole?
North to south.
North to south. So here this is the flux. Already magnets are there, North Pole and South Pole. Magnetic flux is there. This is the magnetic quantity. This is the magnetic quantity. This is not related to the transformer. For your information, I am telling this. For your information, I am telling how to develop the electric quantity from the magnetic flux. We are having magnetic flux. Now here what I am doing is I am placing one conductor, copper wire. I am placing one copper wire here. This is the copper wire. This A, B, C, D is the copper wire. This copper wire is the conductor. This copper wire is the conductor. Right on? Faraday's first law, I read done. No done. Faraday's first law. It is not related to our topic, but I am telling the Faraday's first law. Right on. Faraday's first law. Faraday's first law. Whenever a conductor, right on. Faraday's first law. Whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, EMF is induced in the conductor. Whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, EMF is induced in the conductor. EMF is induced in the conductor. EMF is induced in the conductor. What do you mean by EMF?
Electromotive force.
Electromotive force, that is called voltage. Electromotive force means voltage. Now see here, when you rotate this conductor in this magnetic flux, here flux is there phi. Magnetic flux is there from North Pole to South Pole. Whenever you will rotate this ABCD conductor, this is one conductor, I am rotating this conductor in the magnetic flux. When you rotate this conductor in the magnetic flux, it is cutting the flux. Whenever you rotate this ABCD conductor in the magnetic flux, it is cutting the flux and EMF is induced in the conductor. EMF is induced in the conductor. That is d phi by dt. D phi means change in the flux. When it is rotating, there is change in the flux. D phi means change in the flux with respect to time. D phi means, D means change, derivative. D phi means change in the flux by dt, with respect to time. Whenever it is conducting, whenever this conductor is cutting this flux, there is change in the flux. Due to this change in the flux with respect to time, some voltage is developed in the conductor. Some voltage is induced in the conductor. I am telling induced voltage. E is called induced voltage in the conductor. Okay, is it clear? From the flux,
Yes, sir.
I am getting electric quantity. From the flux, I am getting the electric quantity. From the flux, I am getting electric. See here, this is North Pole. This will be the South Pole. Here, magnetic flux is there. Phi is the flux. Now I am taking one conductor here. This is the conductor A, B, C, D. Now here open circuit is there or not? In between C and D. Open circuit is there. This conductor is open.
Yes, sir.
Here open circuit is there. This is not the closed path. In open circuit, voltage is there or current is there?
Voltage.
In open circuit, you will have the voltage. That's why voltage is induced. E is equal to d phi by dt. Let us take this is only one turn. N is equal to one turn. E is equal to n into d phi by dt. I am taking only one turn. This is ABCD. I am taking it as one turn. N is equal to 1. That's why I have not taken n there. N is the number of turns of this coil. N is the number of turns of this coil, copper coil. Okay. Here I am taking n is equal to only one turn. That's why I am not taking n. D phi by dt. Now, how will get the current in this coil, copper wire? How will get current in the? This is open circuit. In open circuit, your current is 0. In the open circuit, your current is 0. Now, what I am doing is, to this I am connecting one resistance, load. I am connecting one R, closed path. I am closing this C and D with the help of one resistance. With the help of one resistance, I am closing. Then if it is closed, then current I is equal to E by R. E is the voltage induced in this coil. E is equal to d phi by dt divided by resistance. I is equal to V by R. I is equal to V by R. If we provide the closed path for this C and D for this coil, automatically current will flow in the coil. In this way, we are converting magnetic field into electric quantity. We are converting the magnetic field flux into electric current. This is the principle in DC generator. I don't want the principle in DC generator. I want the principle in transformer. Faraday's first law is the principle in the DC generator. I don't want DC generator now. I am discussing the transformer. See, transformer principle. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class. Time is not there. It requires minimum 10 minutes. We'll see in the next class. Diagram, we'll draw this. In the next class, we'll see what is the principle in the transformer. I'm stopping the class here. Attendance and take one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Roll number 5.
His rates are down.
Down. Okay. $13. 10, 13.
Absent, sir. 10.
15.
Yes, sir. 23.
30.
Sir, 30 present, sir.
Okay. Okay, 4 are absent. 10, 13, 15, and 23. Okay, now we can exit the class.